Hi, I'm the DRP.
Hi, I'm Felix Griffin.
Ken Ballone.
Hey, I'm Tim McMurtrie. We're M.O.D. Classic, and you're watching DaBelly.
Ruckus!
Hey guys, Sarah here with DaBelly, and I'm here with M.O.D. Classic, back together after 30 years. How did you guys decide to come back together?
We got fired, so we just decided to get back together, you know? No, I mean, basically me and Ken always wanted to, do a 30-year reunion, especially, come on, 30 years. You have a record that influenced so many people and, shocked so many people. True shock value, I gotta say, before all those, how everything is now, how times have changed. That record was very controversial, but it was something that we knew we had to at least have some kind of closure with, and that's how it started. I mean, me and Kenny just said we want to do a 30-year reunion no matter what. And if we can't get everybody to do it, then we're just going to do it ourselves, and that's it. Okay. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, sure. Tim and I have been playing together for about 35 years, and M.O.D. for 30. So, as friends and early bandmates, without the opportunity to do something officially with the Method of Destruction brand, which we tried to do and didn't come together, we just decided to do it ourselves and make it our own this time.
Awesome. You guys had a show in Vegas last night. Any stories you guys want to tell us about the shows you've had leading up to today? Or?
There's always stories. Well, Vegas is, when you get to Vegas, even as tired as we were traveling, because we all stayed awake, it was like an 8-hour drive out here from Reno, where we started in Kenny's hometown, was the first show. So, but when you get there, you can't go to sleep. It's impossible. So you try, but you know how it is. It's Las Vegas. What are you gonna do?
Vegas was crazy. The venue was pretty good. The crowd was good. It was pretty much an old school, hardcore type crowd, and it was very welcoming. It was a little smaller place, but everybody was in there having a good time, and we put on a really good show for everyone, and everybody was really pleased with the show and gave us a lot of good feedback. So that was a good show. Their Reno show before that was also a really good show in my hometown, so that was always great. We had a lot of support there, and it's been pretty good for the first couple.
Awesome. So you guys just have a few dates that you have so far. Any dates that you guys have that you're adding on to this little tour?
Well, we're just doing a mini run right now, West Coast. So we got, obviously tonight, and then Anaheim tomorrow. And then we're all going to fly back to our lovely little nests. We're all scattered around. Donnie over here is from
he's out of the
Milwaukee.
picture. Yeah. He didn't want to be interviewed, so you're hearing the voice off the side in the distance. But we do have some shows coming up. Hopefully they work out in Canada in October. We're doing some 4 dates in Canada.
It's called the Four Felon Tour. So, but don't cut that out. Cut that out. Anyways, but it's gonna be fun. The best thing about what's going on, honestly, to me, and I know to everybody, and especially having Felix playing drums is awesome. I mean, we got a thrash legend and one of our most favorite drummers. And a good friend, and it's just great to have this scenario. Yeah, we couldn't be more happier. But the most joyful thing about doing this is that we're actually doing it and getting to see everybody that always respected what we were about, and coming and showing us that, coming up to us, and all old school people, even young kids that are in their 20s, coming to us with the records to sign. Yeah. It's a great feeling because everybody. The biggest thing in the world, you can't do nothing without respect. So when you got people that come up to you and they're like, man, we are so happy to see you guys playing, and having Felix playing, and this guy is tremendous. Donnie was the perfect pickup, and we couldn't be happier. He shreds, and we're just having a great time.
Yeah, you guys look like it on the live video you posted from, I think it was 2 nights ago.
It's just fun. Yeah. It's just fun. We're doing one DRI song right now, but we want to add some more because it's just so much fun playing them too with him, It's like a dream come true, honestly, to play some DRI because we used to crank the RI, man, me and Kenny when we were kids. So it was like, I mean, we were all kids at the same time, but pretty interesting.
So if you released Mod for U.S.A. today, how do you think it'd be perceived?
We couldn't release it today.
No,
it wouldn't be the same thing anyway. It would be a different record today. We would never. The world was a different place in 1986 when we wrote most of that music. So at 16 years old, and Billy Milano was in his early 20s at the time, and he was coming out of S.O.D, and he kind of had a theme going with the S.O.D stuff, and it picked up in ours. Yeah, we wouldn't release the same thing today. We'd still do our funny songs like the Captain Crunch and Thrash Would Be Thrash, but I don't think that we'd be,
Captain Crunch, Thrash Would Be Thrash, or Angry Corpses songs. That Angry Corpses was a band together already before M.O.D. In fact, we had two singers in that band, and when we met Billy, that's how it all came together. We just all said, let's do this as a unit and call it M.O.D, and that's how it all happened. And right now we're just on a high note, man. Hopefully we get to Canada, then we're gonna hit some East Coast dates, and we're gonna do an EP.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so look out for an EP. It's coming.
Okay, any new songs you're gonna be playing?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, tell them the story about how this just happened in 3 days.
M.O.D. Classic is on the road right now. After 3 days of rehearsal, we all got together from all ends of the country.
Songs.
All ends of the country, never playing before. Yeah, never playing before. Got together on Monday of this week. Started rehearsing in Reno with just the band members. Our singer Donnie flew in on Wednesday.
The day before.
Practiced 1 day before our first show, and here we are today.
I cracked the whip. I said, buddy, make sure you, because the lyrics are so fast. I said, hey, if you forget, just do that. Just do that.
So you guys are legends within your own right. So who did you guys look up to back in the day, and then who do you guys look up to now, and how does it compare to then to now?
My influences are old school heavy metal, punk rock. There was no hardcore or thrash metal really back in 1985, 1986. It was just really starting to happen. So we kind of were innovators in the hardcore crossover genre, So my influences are old school. Black Sabbath, and even the newer stuff was Hellhammer, the early Venom stuff. The hardcore stuff I listened to was mostly the punk rock stuff, the Dead Boys and things like that. Those are my favorite bands back in, when I was growing up. So, and then later on as stuff happened, my favorite bands were DRI, Cro-Mags, stuff like that. But they were contemporaries of ours, so it wasn't like I was looking up to them. We were kind of doing it together.
That's true.
Yeah.
And are you still would you
Fans
still
or
say
friends?
they're kind of like an icon?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
saw
I still
all the
like the
guys
same
in
stuff.
DRI. I just saw everybody at a show in Long Island, or actually it was in Queens, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, the greatest thing about it is thrash is on a comeback. Thrash music is coming back. There's thrashers everywhere, and you just see it being revived. It's really amazing. So, we're going to probably do a 5-song EP with some really cool stuff, and keep away from all the controversial stuff. We're not even playing any of the negative songs. We're not down with that. Okay. Yeah, we're not down with that.
A lot of songs out of our set.
Grew up.
Yeah.
We were 17 years old, and back then it was more of a comedy hardcore, comedy thrash, whatever you want to call it.
Front man, so it's kind of easy to.
Well,
Just went that way. The first time I saw Billy Milano play with S.O.D, he came out in Santa Claus outfit. It was the Ritz, so he was always a funny guy and a joker, So, but our stuff was, we were kids, so we were writing funny songs about Captain Crunch cereal and our parents and stuff like that.
He said he's a character. He'd probably have other words for us, but
exactly.
It's cool. But yeah.
Awesome. So looking back over the years, is there anything that you guys would change, or is there any favorite memories that stick out, especially now meeting the fans from so long ago?
I mean, I would have loved to get to go to Europe playing it, because I know there's so many people out there that want to see it too. So, I never got to do much with the band other than come back and, I did obviously have a lot of influence in M.O.D. because I wrote the whole 4th album. I pretty much wrote 90% of Rhythm of Fear, music and lyrics, and I'm a good guy. I actually gave everybody to publishing. I split it like a good guy. I didn't keep it for myself. I some people are nasty. Do that. I'm a nice guy, so But other than that, I just love to play and write, and M.O.D. was it's great because I have another band called Full Scale Riot that's currently playing in Atlantic City today, actually at a huge punk festival on the beach, and with a bunch of great punk bands, Urban Waste and all kinds of my friends, and Huge. So that's old school guys right there, Underdog guys from Underdog from back in the day. Yeah, so it's gonna be dope. But it's like, Full Scale Riot, when I write Full Scale Riot, it's totally written in that direction. It's got more big bar chords and like more minor threat type of old school hardcore stuff like that. And when I go to M.O.D, it's like, my mind goes directly into that whole vibe. Like it's got to, be thrashy and fast and picking and just quick, crunchy, moshy stuff. Captain Crunch. Yeah.
So you guys have had a huge influence on people. Do you ever go on YouTube and watch people that do covers of your songs?
Yeah, I watch playthroughs all the time, and it's really cool to watch younger kids, and it's like, 30 years later, and I'm seeing these kids in their teens today, posting videos of playthroughs of our songs, and it's really cool to know that people appreciate it still, even though it was a little sketchy to listen to today, and it was like, oh, I'm a diehard M.O.D. fan, so, but it's really cool to watch the new fans that we're getting now today, and that's why we want to rebrand ourselves a little bit. We're M.O.D. Classic now. We're doing things a little bit different. We're staying in the lighter vein and lighter-hearted direction in our music and trying to keep things fun. Yeah.
So do you guys anything that you would like to add or anything you'd like to say? This is your turn to share.
We're just gonna wreck it. We're right now we're a wrecking ball. We're gonna crush your fucking venue. Invite us down. You're going to see the real heavy, old school M.O.D. sound. The tone that this guy has on the bass and the way he plays is thunderous, and you're going to feel it just like the real M.O.D. and what M.O.D. is all about, that first album. And then you're going to hear my riff-ass motherfucking guitar, too. And we're going to kick ass. And then this guy slaying it with the speedy drums, and then this guy spitting with the hardcore throat vocals. He's got that raucous voice. So
well, I'd just like to say, if you're a new fan or you just heard about us, give the band a chance. Don't look at our past and judge us from that. Look at what we're doing now, moving forward. We're moving forward with this, and we're doing different things. We got a new lineup, 2 other new guys in the band, so our influence is going to be a little different than it was before. We're looking to do good things and have a lot of fun and make an impact on the new hardcore scene and have kids look at us and say, hey man, those guys still rock it at their age,
But I am writing a song about you hipsters out there.
Yeah, we got
so
one
beware. Beware, because it's a hipster invasion. That's the song, all right? Don't steal it. Don't friggin' steal that song. You got to hear first, right?
Any idea of when this EP may come out? Or
before the end of the year, we're going to try to get some tracks together.
Who's doing it? So Stress the White Boy, who just recorded with Murphy's Law. He's done Gym Class Heroes. He did a song that, what was the other bit? Good Charlotte. He's amazing. He's total fucking thrash too. He's in a band called Activate, and they're fucking one of my favorite thrash bands that are out right now. So, having him do it is going to be amazing, and he's stoked, and he does it right out of his home, and it's so serene where he lives because it's in Pennsylvania, so it's like you feel like you're in heaven because it's just it's beautiful. It's like you feel like you're in a park. Like, it's awesome when you go to someone's studio and you're playing drums in their living room. It's great because it sounds so awesome in there. Yeah, it's going to be cool. So, you heard it here first. We're going to do probably 5 songs.
Probably 5 songs.
Yeah.
5 songs.
All 2 seconds long.
All ballads. The ballad of, yeah. All our classic long songs.
there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Like you said, you heard it here first. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Peace.